Welcome back. Today I'll be doing a product review of this tech pouch by Peak Design. I'm going to talk about the company and the products that they make, because they make a lot of different products for camera people, camera enthusiasts, not just this, so you should definitely check that out. I'm going to talk about all the things I like about this tech pouch, some of the things I don't, and I'm also going to talk about other products you can use besides this one for your cable management needs. Before I get into this particular product, the tech pouch, if you're not familiar with Peak Design and you're into photography or film, or you're a camera enthusiast, I definitely recommend you check out Peak Design. They are a really innovative company. They do make some really cool products. I am a fan of what they do. They do very clean, high quality products. I have their little device that goes on my strap where I can clip in my camera, and so it's kind of a really quick way to access your camera when you're on the go. I forget what the product's called. Go look it up on their site. Maybe I'll do a review of that at some point. But I love it. It's really innovative. I don't see anybody else doing that sort of thing. So I'm a big fan of the company. So when they came out with this, with the tech pouch, I was looking at that for quite some time. And I have a problem with cables. Of course, I have tons of cables. You probably do too. They're scattered all over the place. Whenever I'm on the road and I'm looking for a cable, it's always hard to find. So the idea of having a pouch for all my tech stuff, including my cables and my adapters and all of that stuff, was really attractive to me. And of course it still is, and I'm still kind of struggling with that to some degree. All right, let's get into what I like about this product. So the tech pouch is really nice. It's high quality like all the Peak Design products are. I haven't seen anything come out of Peak Design that I didn't think was high quality. So I think that's really important. When you buy a product from them, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a high quality item no matter what, which is great. It's nice to have that feeling that, okay, if I buy it, it's going to be nice. It's not going to break, things like that. This is very durable. Everything about this screams quality, right? Everything from the zipper to the material, everything is fantastic. I can't really say anything negative about the quality. It's just a really nice bit of kit. So you've got some pockets on the outside, some small pockets for really quick access. You can put your things that you use a lot right in there. You've got some straps here on the side where you could actually clip this onto something with either MOLLE webbing or maybe your belt loop or something. So you could hang this off of something. I believe that's what these two little hoops there are for. And then you've also got another kind of grab handle here, which I actually use a lot. And so it's quite handy that way, right? It's kind of a nice size, so you don't really need those handles. You could just grab it very easily. It's got another one of those little handles on this side, so it's actually got two. It's got one on the horizontal, one on the vertical, so it's really easy to grab. Actually, there's two. I didn't even notice that because they're so kind of like sleek, and it's all one color. You can get multiple different colors for this. This is the black one, which I kind of like, but everything's black, so it's kind of hard to see those handles, but there's two there. And there's, let's see, where's that other one? Right here. Oh, there's two there as well. I didn't even notice that, so there we go. Right there. So you could potentially clip that in that way and use those handles if you wanted to do that, I suppose. I've never done that, but some options for you. And then, of course, there's the big pocket right down the middle that unzips. Really nice, high-quality zipper. It's waterproof. This whole material seems very waterproof as well. I've never taken it out in the rain. But if you read the product descriptions on their website, I think they say water repellent, but I think this would do pretty well in the rain. I've got some cables in there, and you can see they call it this origami style. I don't think it's origami necessarily because it doesn't look like a little bird, but nevertheless, that's what they marketed it as. And yeah, sure, it's cool. It kind of folds out, and you've got a bunch of pockets there. You've got one in the middle that zips open. You can kind of put your things that you're going to always lose in there. SD cards, stuff like that could be a good place for those. And then you could just jam cables and adapters in all of the other pockets. And there's lots of options in there for you. There's some kind of elasticy type material, so it will actually stretch. So if you're jamming stuff in there that's too big, like I always do, it will actually give a little bit and allow you to cram more stuff in there. You can cram surprisingly large amounts of stuff in here. I've filled this up before. I still have some cables and adapters in there. And so, yeah, it's pretty good that way. It's, yeah, great construction, great quality, does what it says it's going to do, and it's very attractive. So I think if you have camera kit that's dedicated to your profession, either photography or video, and you want something that's going to fit in, say, your camera bag or something like that, and you've got room for this, then I think this is probably the best option for you for cable management for that sort of user case, right? So I like it from that perspective. I think if you want to look good, if you're going to a client site and you want to pull something out that looks really nice and also is effective, then I think that this is a really good option. So the price for this is around $60 US. It's not cheap, right? So I think that it's an investment. If you want something that looks really nice, then this is definitely going to do the job. It's very durable. It's not going to break on you. You're not going to waste your money on something that just breaks down very quickly. Very durable. So I think that's good. That's what I like about it. I think the user case here is for a professional. If you want something that looks very professional, that's very rugged and very good that way, then this is a great option, right? I think that I would recommend this for professionals. For me, I'm not sure I would buy this again. And the reason for that is I travel a lot, and I bought this for travel. I'm not a professional, so I don't go to sets. I don't do photography for people. I'm not doing headshots. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not a professional cinematographer or any of that. So as far as how it looks, I'm the only one looking at it. I do love it. I do really like looking at it. It looks beautiful. When I touch it, it feels high quality. So all of that is not wasted on me. I do appreciate good quality, so thank you very much, Peak Design. Don't think that that's not wasted on me, because it's not. Your stuff is beautiful and it works great. However, the downside to this is, let me zip it up for you and show you. Okay, so it's kind of like a pillow. It's kind of the size of a pillow, right? You can kind of imagine that. Dimensions are on their website. It's not heavy, so it's empty right now, so it's not really heavy. But as a traveler, I look at this and I'm thinking two things. I'm looking at weight, which is not too bad. This is not going to kill me as far as weight for my luggage, but I'm also looking at volume. And this actually has a fair bit of volume, right? Like that's my head as far as volume. So how many heads of mine can you fit in your luggage? I'm not sure, but for mine, not too many. That's a weird unit of measure. I know, I'm probably going to edit that out, but nevertheless. Yeah, so quite a bit of volume there. It can squish down a little bit, but not a lot. And especially this way, it doesn't squish down too much either. That's a byproduct of the quality, I think. Like, they don't want it to crush down. That's probably a big part of that. You're not putting fragiles in here, so you're not putting lenses necessarily in here, although you could put small lenses in there, I think. But it's just cables, right? So for me, I don't need the volume. I don't want the volume. I don't need something that's going to protect my cables, because they're kind of disposable, right? They're like $5 each or whatever. And they're not going to break if you sit on them. So I'm not too worried about that. So that's the downside to this, is the volume. And so if you're traveling like me and this is really going in your luggage, it was going in my backpack, it just takes up too much room. And so for me, that's why I don't use this anymore. I keep it at home. And the cables that you see in this are really for my home use. And so what I've switched to, which is ridiculous, is this. Right? So I have a Ziploc bag. So the competitor to Peak Design for the Tech Pouch is Ziploc. And that's a little bit weird, but let me show you. Like this breaks down, folds up, is very small. There's some air in there right now, but it breaks down to basically this size compared to this size. And so for me as a traveler, that works. This is probably about 10 cents, I think. And it's transparent. I can see through it. I can see what cables I have. The problem I found with this was, well, it's both good and bad, right? When you unzip it, you go in there, you go like, okay, where's my USB mini cable? And you're looking through, you're like, where did I put it? Is it this one? That one? Because they're all black cables, right? I have actually one red cable. But you're looking through here like, where's that specific cable? And it takes me time to find it because I can't remember what pocket I put it in. I mean, maybe you could label the pockets and say, okay, well, it's this pocket and that pocket. But like I don't, and you probably don't either. So I spend time looking through here looking for my cables. And if I go on a trip and I forget my cable, it kind of defeats the purpose of lugging this big thing around, right? So there's that. With this guy here, this like 10-cent bit of kit, I can see all my cables very quickly. Yeah, it's not as nice. It's not organized. They're not in different pockets, right? It definitely doesn't scream professionalism. However, it's cheap It's easy, it's fast, it's effective, it's efficient. So for me, this works pretty well, which is kind of ridiculous, I know. But if you're thinking about the tech pouch from Peak Design, I think those are the considerations you need to make, right? Are you using it as a professional, or are you using it just to manage your cables for perhaps travel? And if it's for travel, I would then consider that this is a very voluminous, is that the right word? I don't know if that's a word. We have to look that up. But a very voluminous, very high volume bit of kit, right? So it does take up room in your pack. If you're willing to sacrifice that for just pretty good cable management, although, like I said, it may be hard to find the particular cable that you're looking for because there are so many little pockets in here, right? It's just wonderful. You could put a lot of little things in there and be really well organized, I suppose. But for me, it just didn't work. And I'm not criticizing Peak Design at all. I think they did a great job of this bit of kit. It works really well for what it's supposed to do. So I do recommend it for you if you're a professional and you want a really nice bit of camera kit. Don't get me wrong. But if you're traveling, then I would say check out this product from Ziploc because it actually works pretty well. So that's my review. Hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have questions, if you totally disagree with me, let me know, and I'd be happy to hear about your experience with this fantastic bit of kit by Peak Design. All right, that's it from me. Happy trails.